Minnesota Fighting Vikings this season have been just an absolute roller coaster of emotion. Now, probably ending on a down note. It's unfortunate. And when a team gets knocked out of playoff contention, or at least 98% knocked out of playoff contention, it's time to assess. Assess whose asses need to be fired. So the Vikings are 6-8. It is what it is. The Vikings did also start out 1-5. And at the bye, at 1-5, I mean, I was down to clown, firing everyone. Fire everybody. So even though General Manager Rick Spielman and head coach Mike Zimmer signed matching cutesy-wootsy 3-year extensions this offseason, it's just like, okay, fire everyone, start over. It's not my money. Spending all of Ziggy's money, because that would have been a big-time deal, paying out those contracts, hiring new staffs. It was a big-time decision, right? But also, this cute little offseason reboot failed. All the veterans that have brought you success in the recent years, they're gone. All these rookies with no OTAs and the Rona offseason, blah, 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 blah. Zimmer, is he actually really a head coach? He's more of a defensive coordinator with the challenge flag? I don't know. Also, Kubiak's wash his offense from 1992 and then eat that dead cap, the $41 million dead, by cutting Kirk Cousins and introduce a little anarchy. Just completely tear down, rebuild, Joanna Gaines and Chip Gaines, fixer-upper. Woo, let's go, right? But then the Vikings got together. It's weird. So Kirk Cousins, since the bye, has been one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. Jefferson, the Diggs replacement, remember, still controversial. That's Stephon Diggs trade at that time. But Jefferson has become one of the best young wide receivers in the NFL, quickly becoming one of the best wide receivers in the league, regardless of rookie status, right? Defense was held together by duct tape and was passable for a hot second. Yannick, the freaking Ngakoue, was like, hey, and then he was gone. And then Kendricks got hurt, and then everything just imploded. So 6-8. Do we still think that people should be fired? I mean, the Vikings went on a nice run. They won 3 division games in a row. They ended up 5-3. Things fell apart at the end. So, yeah. Well, beyond the obvious of special teams coordinator Mara Malouf, assistant to the regional special teams coordinator Ryan Ficken, kicking coordinator, consultant Nate Kading, wherever the hell he does, he's gone. All of them gone. Offensive line coach Rick Dennison, like, I know that he's a Kubiak guy, but no. Like, I understand that up front they're one of the best run blocking offensive lines in the league with Dalvin behind them, but I don't see it. Like, ask Rick Dennison, hey, check this box. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? No. Did you start Dakota Dozier all the games this year? Check. You gone. Fired. And I think that the Wilfs, will hang on to Spielman and Zimmer. I mean, the Wilfs, credit, have been extremely loyal to the guys that they hire to put in jobs. And this season, I think they may just see it as an aberration with the weird-ass 2020 year. But yeah, and then also Kubiak and Cousins, one more go. Kubiak, if he still wants the gig, frankly, he found his groove at times, but yeah. And then Kirk Cousins, like we talked about, if they have him back next year, he is here for 2022 with $35 million fully guaranteed as his base salary. So great. And again, part of keeping the band together is giving a little bit of scholarship to your guys, giving a little bit of leeway, but also part of it is contract related. Part of it is wanting to save some money, because the cost of firing everyone, of getting rid of Cousins, eating that $41 million dead cap, getting rid of Kubiak, getting rid of Zimmer, getting rid of Spielman, is you have to pay out all those contracts, and then the cost of hiring a new guy. And of course, fans would want a big name for GM and a big name for head coach, and they're going to be damn expensive. And then hiring all their new staff, as well as paying out the old fired staff. So cool. I mean, it's a big deal. But concerns are certainly still there, because Spielman, masterminding, punting all the veterans on defense, which I'm sure Zimmer signed off on. And also, they're still just 1 to 2 offensive line pieces away. I mean, they are. And also the lack of quarterback behind Cousins, the lack of the future, lack of something for fans to look forward to. Also special teams, the way that they handled the kicking situation with Dan Bailey, as well as KJ Osborne. Cool. Awesome. Great. And then Zimmer, as a head coach, I mean, the concerns are well-founded. 14-33 record against teams with winning records. Zimmer's team's not making the playoffs in consecutive seasons. That's also concerning. And also, is he the guy? Is he the ultimate CEO? Is he going to be the game manager? Or again, is he just the defensive coordinator? Don't really know. Kubiak, like I mentioned, really found his rhythm at times, but also You do question down the stretch. Some of those red zone calls, some of those fourth down calls, from some of those third and shorts as well. It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. And Kirk, we know the Kirk issues, right? But I do think that all major parties return. I do think that Spielman will be back, and ergo, Zimmer, Kubiak, Cousins will all be back. But know this. Everyone comes into 2021 on the hot seat. Well, except for Kirk Cousins because of his contract. But everyone comes in knowing that, hey, if this thing goes sideways, if this thing goes pear-shaped once again, everyone's getting fired. Because eating 2 years of an extension is cheaper than eating 3, right? So, yes, you'll chalk 2020 up as a mulligan. You got the Rona, plus a young roster, plus truncated offseason, plus all the injuries. Sure. Why not? You gave it a go at the end, but came up short. But the future is damn bright. Some of these young guys got some good experience. Awesome, right? But next year, this team is too damn talented to toilet lick again. So not only do you have to make the playoffs, you got to make some noise. Because the Vikings next year, another solid draft class, all of the injured players coming back. I mean, they should and could be prohibitive favorites. Well, not prohibitive, but they should be amongst the favorites in the NFC. Woo! Get it done. No excuses at all. Fix the O-line, draft the quarterback of the future at some point, fix the pass rush and run defense. Having Hunter and Pierce back will be big on that. Also get competency on special teams. Get yourself a new special teams coordinator, and let's move on with life. It's one big old happy family. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya, except if you fail again next year, then everyone's fired. Everyone's fired. But your thoughts. Who's safe? Is people safe? I don't know. But let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.